Hey, y'all niggas good? This is a Shane vs. Janoski. I promise they aren't the same shoe. I promise. No, that's to me. Shane said he didn't care to have a shoe much at the time. This was some time ago, but he didn't really care to have a shoe much because he's a Janoski simp.
Oh, nigga, I'm laying on the ground. It's hot. Oh my God, it's hot. Oh fuck.
But I was thinking that they hardly give anyone a shoe on Nike, and then now there's not even a team no more. No. At least Flow. Nigga. I was thinking they hardly give anyone a shoe on Nike, so maybe that was a little bit of cope on his end, a little bit of copium. But nah, he wasn't playing that. He was not playing. This is the damn same shoe. This nigga gonna get sued, nigga. Nike gonna sue themselves. Janoski gonna shoot Shane. Shane gonna shoot Nike. Nike gonna shoot Janoski. Everything's gonna hit the fan, nigga. They're so closely similar in terms of the build design, quality, structure, and performance of the shoe. However, there are some points of separation, and while not necessarily too significant, they ultimately are enough to be the reason you strap up one shoe to your feet and not the other. Feet, foot, feet, I don't know. The overlap is not so insane, for it was expected based on the way Shane talked about Janoski's and has been wearing them since. Somehow they didn't even exist, but when he was still swimming around in a nutsack before he was blasted. I don't need to talk about this. You know what the fuck I'm saying. So from the midsole, toe cap, outsole, bottom, insole, they run so parallel. But the Janoski has less material and design on purpose. Eco-friendly type shit, whatever you would have come on now. Thus a bit thinner, yet somehow stiffer. Make it make sense, nigga. The Janoski is ultimately a lot more stiff in and out the box, but when broken in, versus the Shane, which is the opposite and already a lot more broken in and only gets more flex as time goes on.
So to be clear, not to say that the Janoski is stiff in general or like unbearably stiff. It's just a little stiffer than the Shane. And again, it does break in and alleviate itself from that stiffness and just start hitting in all the good places.
But like I said, I don't mind, but don't prefer that. So I'm with the Shane on that reason. But some people are the opposite. Therefore, with the Janoski on that reason.
Nope. I just ripped. It just ripped. I promise. I did like 5 fucking kickflips, dog.
The next major difference that isn't that subtle, but again, everything's still personal, is definitely the lace structure and design. On the Janoski, it is far more prone to ripping and will and does and will and does and does and will and will and it'll rip. It does. It absolutely does.
Nasty. Pretty much similar. The biggest difference is the lacing system right here. that the Janoski does not have, and the Janoski is absolutely instantly they rip just looking at the motherfucker. I keep looking right now. If I think of the kickflip, this motherfucker's gonna rip. Nigga, fuck these goddamn fucking stupid fucking bitch made fucking shit.
Whereas the Shane will not as much or as quick as said, it's going to rip eventually. Whereas the Shane will not, based on its dual lacing system that allows you to go the traditional route or the gully route. The gully, nigga. We're talking Secret Service, CIA, Fort Knox, protect the Constitution's pussy type shit. I'm saying Nicolas Cage ain't breaking into here, nigga. Which I'm going to say he's like pressure flips. You don't like the shit, you don't care for the shit, and then suddenly it's everywhere. You don't want to see it, or it exists. You don't know why it exists and who likes him, but sometimes you do, and sometimes you love it, but you don't know why, and it's great, and it's exactly what you needed in your life, and you didn't know, depending on the variation. Now let's run down all these specs individually in each category. Maybe I shot myself in the foot doing the conclusion, but that's my personal conclusion, based on what I personally like and how I get down, the freak nasty motherfucker that I am, okay? At the front end of the video, but hey, who knows? Who knows? Who cares?
The toe cap wear is substantial, as you can see, but there's some shit right here. There's some grit. Shane right here, a little less right here. You know what I'm saying? So they both got herpes. It's just more herpes on the Janoski right here. You know what I'm saying? Than versus the Shane. Like, but that little insignificant amount don't really mean shit.
We got more herpes, okay? That don't mean shit. Nice flex, my nigga.
But what I'm looking at is like the bulge in the toe cap, like that extra layering right here. How substantial that looks compared. It's like it's more of a raised toe cap for additional protection versus the Shane. I mean, I say it looks like, but it's unequivocal. There's definitely more to the toe cap on the Janoski right here. But it's still dog shit. It still looks nice. It still looks pretty. It just looks so good, nigga. Now the flick, I'm definitely going with the Shanes, but I really gotta, and a lot of this applies throughout the whole video. It's rather subjective or personal preference and shit. But again, on this particular, I really gotta reiterate that point. And they're kind of both in the ballpark, more or less, or whatever. Or over the time of you skating, you should be able to get your hands on both of them and make any determinations on your own, ultimately. The bottom grip on both of these hoes is impeccable. It's amazing. It's incredible. I'm just making up words. No, the bottom grip is more than sufficient enough. Like the rest of the midsole, sturdy, strong on both of them. It's still flimsy though. The Janoski is more flimsy, so if the board comes around, wax your shit is done. You know what I'm saying? Same with the Shane. Except the Janoski is built with less material on purpose, so it's obviously way thinner. But as far as the longevity and the durability of the actual midsole goes, now with the Shane, like I put on the Shanes, and then it's just like extra level of comfort. Just extra level of comfort. I can't explain it really. It just feels much more better. Like actually skating them, but that doesn't mean there's no like the Janoskis are still comfortable, still have a phenomenal flick. It's just when comparing them, I just for whatever reason, the only thing I can think of possibly would be like the extra flex in the toe cap of the Shane maybe or something like that. And my deciding factor definitely wouldn't be over the flick between the two shoes personally, because the actual design structure is similar in terms of like how the toe caps present themselves. So that's like the only thing I can think of that deviates away. So I put the Janoskis on, they feel perfectly fine, cool, and everything. And then I put the Shanes on, they feel even more perfect. So I guess I shouldn't have said perfect with the Janoski. So basically, whichever one you go with, don't worry about the flick. It's not going to be a problem. It's not going to be an issue if you skated similar shoes. Maybe none of these shoes are up your ballpark in terms of flick. But the flick on whichever one you go with is literally not going to be an issue, is what I'm saying. Again, for whatever reason, I can't quite put my finger on it. The Shane just works so much more better for me. But again, that's when I'm comparing. That's when I'm going from one to the other, which most people are not going to be doing that. Like I like the Shane overall. But if I want some Janoskis, I got my eye on some Janoskis. I'm going to get some Janoskis, not have to worry about the flick or any of that. And just lace. This is the weakest part of the shoe right here. I'm saying this blew out right here. The stitch just came out. You see this? You see the stitch? You see how it did it right there? Look at this. This is good stitching. It blows out. And you absolutely have to shoe good, because if this shit goes out, the whole shoe is done. Look at that. Look at that. I'm undone. Don't let it do that. Don't let it do that. You know what I'm saying? But the Shane also blew out right there on the midsole too.